Welcome back to the wonderful Vintage Follies. And we are the Premise Troupe. And we are coached by the fabulous Adam Colley. And thank you so much to Mickey and to Xander and to Vintage. So come on up, everybody, and we will do some premise-based scenes for you. And all we need is a suggestion. And if we could have a suggestion of a summer fun thing to do.
Jet ski.
Okay. Well, I can't say that I went jet skiing ever, but I did try to go windsurfing quite a bit. I always wanted to windsurf, so I bought a windsurfer. I rented a place by a little lake, and I kept trying. And it is hard. It is hard to stand up and sail, etc. But it was fun to just keep trying, keep falling, keep trying, keep falling. I never really got it, but hey, it was fun to try.
I got my master's degree at the University of Delaware in the College of Marine Studies. And we had sites at these three small bays in southern Delaware that were very, very shallow. And we're there sampling one time. This guy's going out and back on jets. This is clearly rented jet ski because he doesn't seem to be doing very well. He decides he's going to drive it up to the beach. And really is no beach. They're mostly mud flats. And so he gets close and runs into the sandbar on this mud flat. And you could tell that he was just bound and determined to get to the shore because he just kept cranking and cranking the throttle. And finally, he blew his water pump. And it looked like somebody had run over a fire hydrant because the water is shooting like 50 feet in the air. And he's yelling and screaming. And his significant other on the other jet ski says, Jacob, just calm down, Jacob.
He made it back to shore, I take it.
Well, he walked to shore. The jet ski was still stuck in the mud, but he got to shore fine. It's like I said, the jet ski grounded in 2 feet of water. So all he had to do was wade through the mud to get to shore.
But he was panicking in 2 feet.
Go on, your turn.
Sorry. But he was panicking in 2 feet of water?
Not really. He was just really mad because he thought he could, should this high-powered jet ski should just powered him up. I think he thought he could drive it right to his pickup truck.
Wow. I had an interest in oceanography till I found out what it was really all about. In a college class, they took us on, a real research boat. And it's a drag. It's dirty. There's a lot of physical labor to do. And you just do things like I had a friend of mine who was an oceanographer, and she was stationed on Japanese boats. And when they pulled in the fish that they were going to, pick up with the fishing, she had to go through the dying fish and find out which ones were not allowed to be caught and throw them back. And so, although I was real interested in that, I gave it up. Did you give it up, Gil?
Well, largely. I was working for a consulting firm doing environmental impact statements and went back to Delaware to get my master's degree. And while I was there, 2 of the vice presidents in the company were sent to prison for trying to bribe a state official in Hawaii for the rights to the new sewage treatment plant.
Whoops.
Was that your end of your corporate lifestyle?
Well, I worked while I was at Delaware. When I came back here, I started teaching. My oddest experience on a research boat is I volunteered with my friends who were short on crew to go out and do an acid dump off Delaware Bay. And the boat we were on was a former World War II subchaser out of Beaufort, North Carolina. And our 2 cooks were a Greek guy and a very soulful black chef from the South. And so almost everything we had was somehow fried either in olive oil or deep fat.
Oh, no.
And what's an acid dump?
It's where they actually haul out toxic wastes and dump, barrels of acid.
Oh, my gosh.
In the ocean?
Yeah.
On purpose.
Yes.
Okay, edit.
You know, this mall has got absolutely everything.
This wall, did you say?
The mall,
Oh, the mall. Yeah,
you know, the Tropicana Mall.
Tropicana
Never seen,
Mall.
I've never seen so much stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's got a ton of stuff.
Yeah, and not just stores. You can actually get lessons here.
You can get lessons.
You get lessons on all kinds of things. Last week, I I took a lesson in skydiving
Whoa, at the mall.
at the mall.
Whoa, a lesson. Dave, I can't believe it. I mean, usually people just go here to go to Target and get, I don't know, some Band-Aids.
Yeah, but like I said, the Tropicana Mall has experiences. You can, you know, with the skydiving, I I really didn't think you could do that much in the mall, but it's amazing what they can do. They they just got this big crane,
Oh,
and it takes you up like 130 feet, and then they give you, well, it's not really a parachute per se. It's one of those, you know, what do they call those glider type parachutes that, you know, opens up.
yeah, like a flying squirrel.
Yeah, exactly. I was a flying squirrel for 3 hours last Friday.
Whoa. And here, look, I just came for some Band-Aids. I wasn't thinking I was gonna do crazy stuff. Whoa.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, you can't learn hang gliding at the mall.
Right.
What was I thinking?
I mean,
But on Thursday,
uh-huh.
on Thursday, they've got alligator wrestling.
Jeez. Oh my God. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get a lot of Band-Aids.
Hi, matey. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
Hey, matey, great to
Yeah.
see ya.
Oh, you are here for the experience to find out what a life of research on the sea is really like.
Oh, I'm really looking forward to it. Getting to the seas, are ya?
Are you ready? Do you have your sword and your gun?
I have my sword and my gun, and I'm
Yes,
going.
your accent. Do you have your parrot?
Oh, I got my
Yes,
parrot.
good
Sure.
looking parrot.
Hey, so sit still then. Okay, sitting still.
Now it is very simple. We simply look for the other ships. And
Look
when
for
we
sh-
see one, we check to see if they're doing anything wrong.
We look for the ships and check and see if they're doing things wrong, and then I board them with my cutlass. Yes,
Exactly, exactly. And you slay them all
and I
if they are
slay 'em.
doing wrong things. If
That's
not,
right.
you tell them good job and leave them alone.
What?
You slay them with your cutlass, unless they are doing a good job.
Unless they're doing a good job.
They're doing a good job, mate. You may compliment them and leave
Otherwise,
it be.
okay, I say very nice job, good job, or I just slit their throat, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, I can do that. But let me shinny up the post here. I think I want to see what's out there. Ooh, yes, it's a good sail. Right, light fishes. Oh, fishes is happy there.
See anybody?
Oh, I see some boats out there. Do we just go out there and see what we
Yes.
got?
Go after them.
Okay. All right, I'm pulling up the mainsail then.
Get on the jet skis to follow them.
Oh, forget the old boat. Just
Yeah.
jump on the jet ski. Okay.
Jet skis to follow them.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me put back my cutlass. All right, I'm jumping on this jet ski.
Good.
Edit. Can I get you a coffee? We have multiple flavors of electrolyte waters. I mean,
Oh, sure. Sure, I'll take some of that. Sure.
coffee, electrolyte. We have a wonderful black currant sparkling water.
Blackcurrant is good. Sure. Why not? Little
Here you go.
blackcurrant. Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, we're just thrilled. We are absolutely thrilled that you want to be a chef on our new liner. I mean, 565 seats. It will be the biggest ocean liner we have, and we really didn't expect a chef of your caliber to apply.
Thank you. I really appreciate that you feel that way about me. I'm thrilled to be on your boat.
Um, we're just we're just not sure how you're going to scale up your, you know, three patrons per night, you know, fixed cuisine to our scale of dining.
You're absolutely right. I've got to say, Mr. Henry, I've only worked at small cafes, and mostly what I make is sort of little, pity fours and little bit of, cucumber sandwiches, and I don't know how I'm going to do that either. I guess I, bit off more than I can chew, so to speak.
Right, so Chef Constantine, I mean, we were afraid you'd try to, have 180 seatings a night. You're saying you're not even going to take the job?
Well, I mean, I could take it if you don't mind a few petit fours and some cucumber sandwich. My cucumber sandwiches are quite nice.
I mean, we were so excited.
I know, and I think that if you can just let people eat less food, you'll be happy with what I provide and you'll stay excited. A small cucumber sandwich on a little petit four plate. Why not?
Have you ever been on a cruise?
Can't say I have.
I mean,
And it,
So monologue. So uh, I've not been on a cruise, but I have been when I was a kid, about 60 years ago or more. Was on an ocean liner, the Oslofjord, and going one way, and the Bergensfjord going the other to Norway with my grandmother, who was from there. And as is in most of my travels, I was very sick the whole way over. I get seasick very easily. But oddly enough, mostly what I remember is the food. And the food was fabulous. It was unlike anything one could ever, I'm sure, no matter how many ocean liners I take now, I'll never find that food again because it was from another era. And the thin slices of salmon and the really heavy bread and the way, he wasn't really a waiter. He was just somebody dressed in fancy waiter clothes who would come over to our table. There was a long, huge sort of buffet. He would wheel it over with all these fabulous foods. I was only 7 at the time, and he was so kind. And he would say, "Oh, please have another piece of cantaloupe." And there was just something so luxurious about being given a beautiful, just rye, little piece of rye hard bread with a beautiful piece of salmon and a piece of melon. Best trip ever, but I would only go for the food if I could go back 7 years.
Um, we have a number of specials today, in case you'd like to know about them.
Oh, of course. I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, if you look on the board,
Uh-huh.
um, we have this week only.
This week only.
We have the Big Mac without special sauce.
The Big Mac without special sauce?
Yeah, don't tell anybody. It's only at this franchise. We're experimenting.
Doesn't sound very exciting, I must be honest.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see how, one minor change might not tickle your fancy. But wait,
Right. So,
like in the infomercials, but wait, there's more.
all right. Okay. Try me
We
again.
have the Quarter Pounder, which is actually 3/8 of a pound. It's a 3/8 pounder.
So it's slightly smaller.
No, it's 50% larger.
Oh, it's slightly large. It's rather larger. It's amazing. Yeah, I think that's ridiculous. I can just order 2 quarter pounders.
But then you've got that extra 1/8 of a pound you're dealing with. Right? This is the 21st century. We're health conscious at McDonald's.
Health conscious with a quarter pounder that's several times the size of a regular one. About this place. Tell me one more thing. I'm
One
not
more thing.
impressed yet.
Okay. You know how only certain times of year we've got the McRib?
Yes.
Well, in our chicken sandwich, we've got the McDrumstick.
Edit. Monologue. So, when I was a kid, my mom fed us alternative food. Hard to describe exactly. I mean, some normal food, but a lot of organic and I guess hippie food. Although she wasn't hippie, she was an artist, and she was an epicure and made fabulous food. But we would go to this lady. There was no organic food stores back in those days. Instead, we would go to this lady who was like, uh, she was well known in the neighborhood, Mrs. Bissell or something. And you'd go into her place, and she sold, I guess, what are organic vegetables. But when you walked in, it was literally like being in a witch's chamber. There were things hanging from the ceiling. There was all kinds of like weird herbs and the strangest, creepiest roots and food. And I would go in there. So I was a little kid and I was just horrified, like, oh my God, is she going to eat me? Is she going to kill me? Is the food going to kill me? It was a very scary place to go, but my mom loved to get really good food. She always said to be a good cook, you have to start with really good food. Now I grow my own. That's too creepy.
Welcome to my little food home. How can I help you today? How can I help you, young lady?
You got a candy bar?
No, of course not. We have only healthful, organic food.
Could you give me how about a potato chip? That's made out of a potato.
That is your second stupid question, young lady. No, we only have healthy, organic food. All right, so would you like an organically grown bean today?
One bean? Okay.
One organically grown bean.
All
What a
right.
good bean it is.
I'll take the bean. I'll take the bean.
Thank
Jeez,
goodness. Thank goodness. Now we do have fresh fried bat and lizard souffle.
Ah, Mrs. Fizzle, can I just say about this bean? It's rock hard. What am I supposed to do with
It's
this?
good for your teeth. Just bite down on it. Children are such wimps these days.
Okay,
All right,
no
now.
bats, no lizards, no bats. Something normal. Ooh,
Normal?
a Big Mac. You got a Big Mac?
This is a healthy organic place. We do not have Big Macs. My goodness. We do have rats from the cellar on organic bread.
Edit. Monologue. We're going through planning for a renovation, and part of our problem is we really do have a rat in our cellar. It's a very bold rat. You know, it doesn't care whether you're down there; it runs right past you. And so my wife went out and bought these traps that theoretically are super traps. They're this plastic tunnel, and the rat goes to get the food, and the spring comes down and breaks its back. And the rat is apparently very smart because he has absolutely no attraction for our traps. So, you know, if someone out there can build a better mousetrap, we could certainly use it.
I'm Dad. I just want to say um, you know, you're you're like you're like the best in this basement of any rat I've ever seen. You're like king of the rats, and you're so sophisticated and erudite and smart. And I've just got to say, Dad, I want to be just like you, but I'm stupid. You're smart.
Thank you so much, son. So honored by your good you of me. Why are you saying that you're stupid?
Well, because I'm when I go out there and I see some I don't know crumbs or cheese or anything, I'm just gonna grab it. But you stay away from every trap there ever was. You
Yes, I'm very smart, but you can learn, my son.
you think you're
Do
gonna?
not eat food put out by strangers. Hasn't your father told you that?
Yeah, Dad. Yeah, you have, but can I just say that that's the only food we have. We don't have any food we other to how you you're just so good at this, Dad. I don't know. I kind of stuck at this.
I think we may have to go out into the field as a family and
Yeah.
try to find something to eat.
Okay, go out together. Go out
It's a
together.
dangerous journey.
Okay, but I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna just I mean, but okay, I'm not smart enough. I thought of it and I just realized I'm not gonna make it out there. I'm gonna die.
You are more intelligent than you think, young rat, and you will do a great job.
Thanks, Dad. I really appreciate that faith in you have in me, and I really think that's great. But since you've been outsmarting the McPhersons up above, I hear them cursing at you and everything, and I know I can't do it. As soon as I go out there, it's gonna be death for me.
I know. I'm very talented, and I can outsmart any of the stupid humans
I
up
know.
above, but I can teach you how to do it too.
All
Son,
right.
you need self confidence to believe in your little self.
Need some? That's what you have, Dad. I see that. You go strutting around. You go right past all those big deliciousness of. Yeah, you're a rat strutter.
I'm a rat strutter, but I'm hungry.
Edit.
I'm so hungry.
You know, Miss Kitty, it's it's a puzzlement to me.
Tell me, Clem, tell me.
Well, I've been sheriff here now for damn near 3 months,
Yeah?
and you know, Miss Kitty,
Yeah?
I, I can't even keep one prisoner overnight. They all just keep escaping.
Whoa, Sheriff. I'm sorry to hear that. I think that's. Well, I thought you was a good sheriff, and now you're letting them go?
No, why ain't you letting them go? They just escape.
Escape? You ain't got a strong enough jail? You ain't a strong enough sheriff? What about your gun?
Well, I mean, if I can I tell you the truth?
Yeah, tell away.
I'm a real strong sleeper.
Oh, you been sleeping through there? Oh, I do declare that's a bad thing, Sheriff McCones.
You, you're not going to tell the town council, are you, Miss Kitty?
Oh, are you sleeping 'cause you're drinking?
Well, I mean, you own the Long Branch Saloon. You know how much I drink.
I know. I just figured maybe you were getting some on the side besides my saloon.
Edit and scene.
And welcome back. We are the premise troupe for the Vintage Improv Festival and the Follies. And we are.
Elizabeth.
Gil.
And Jude. And thank you so much, Xander. Thank you so much, Adam Colley. And thank you so much, Mickey.
Thank
and
you.
Vintage.
Night.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.